Social Security has never missed a payment in more than 80 years, but your benefit checks might not show up next month. The former Social Security Commissioner, Martin O'Malley, warned today that the slash and burn tactics of the world's richest man, Elon Musk, and his Department of Governmental Efficiency would soon disrupt the system. O'Malley saying, quote, "You're going to see the system collapse and an interruption of benefits. I believe you will see that within the next 30 to 90 days. He added, people should start saving now. Just be careful where you save that money, folks, because this afternoon, Donald Trump confirmed that his costly tariffs on goods from Canada and Mexico would kick in tomorrow. And stocks immediately plunged off a cliff, with the Dow losing 650 points. And, oh, by the way, tonight, James Dennehy, he was the head of the FBI's New York office. Well, he was forced to resign because he wouldn't help out with the purge of agents who worked on January 6 cases. There's chaos abroad, there's chaos at home, and tomorrow night, the man responsible for it all is coming to your house. Yes, Donald Trump is set to give a joint address to Congress Tuesday night. This is his first since returning to the White House and since he started tearing down not just the guardrails, but the government itself. The last time that he spoke to Congress in 2020, Speaker Nancy Pelosi set the tone for Democrats by tearing up a copy of Trump's speech. But this time around, Democratic leadership seems to want a more demure approach. Democratic leaders, Congressman Hakeem Jeffries and Senator Chuck Schumer, are pushing members to attend Trump's speech and bring special guests who have been impacted by the administration's government purges. But there are a handful of Democrats that say they may not attend at all, boycotting Trump's speech to drive home one key point: that this is not business as usual. America is on life support, and Donald Trump, he has his hand on the plug. Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal is a Democrat out of Washington State, and she joins me now. Congresswoman, let's just start off the top. Are you one of the Democrats that are planning not to attend the president's joint address to Congress tomorrow? And if you are, why? And if not, why not?
It is so good to see you, Simone. And look, I am still deciding because I think there are reasons to attend and reasons not to attend. I do have a terrific State of the Union guest. The president of the Flight Attendants Association is coming with me, Sarah Nelson, and we're going to talk about the effects on public safety and people who are taking planes, and yet we're seeing Elon Musk, fire all of these workers who actually keep our skies safe. But I think that your point is well taken. This is an unprecedented situation. This is a situation where Elon Musk and Donald Trump are stealing from the American people, from Medicaid, from Social Security, from all of the things that actually matter, just so they can give tax breaks to billionaires and destroy our government, destroy the very entity that is responsible for making sure that people have a fair shot and, are able to have a functioning country. So this is serious, and I think whatever our response is tomorrow, and we'll see exactly what that looks like, it is going to need to meet the moment, and it's going to need to respond to our constituents, Republicans, Independents, and Democrats alike, who are deeply worried, concerned that Donald Trump is betraying the middle class, working class people across this country.
Well, Congresswoman, we're seeing that in town halls all over the country. And so respond to the constituents. The constituents would say this is not business as usual, and they want their Democratic members to do something. I'm struck by your answer with the and also adding this letter from the leader, Jeffries, within the last hour. It was a dear colleague. It says, from Democrats, again, it's two Democrats from House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. The first notable thing here is the decision to attend the joint session is a personal one, and we understand that members will come to different conclusions. However, it's important to have a strong, determined, and dignified Democratic presence in the chamber. And then next, he goes on to note throughout the week, there's a series of events planned in connection with President Trump's speech beyond the traditional Democratic response. Jeffries says that Democrats will be engaging media all day tomorrow. Congresswoman, what was the conversation inside the caucus meeting? Take us in there, because I just tell us what you can, because it strikes me that there are some folks that are saying, look, we must go and attend because this is what we do, and we can't have a strong presence and a strong, forceful pushback if we're not in the chamber. But then there are other members who are saying, what do you mean? If we're saying that they are raiding the federal government and trampling on the civil liberties of good government workers and people all across this country, how can we sit in the chamber like business as usual?
Yes, and I'm not going to speak for other people, but I'll just tell you the way I see it is that this time around, we know exactly what he's going to do. We know that he's going to lie, that he's going to be completely divorced from reality in terms of what he describes, and that he's going to have a unanimous Republican side cheering him on and standing up for everything. If you do not have Democrats in the room, I think you could have this scenario where they fill all the seats with Republicans and their staff member, and it looks like there's no pushback at all. So I'm just giving you the straight answer for why somebody would make that argument. At the same time, for me, I think it is very important that if I am in the chamber, that I have a way to call out his lies, that I have a way to be very clear about the things that he is doing and saying, and it's not easy to figure out what this balance is. So I will give our leadership that, but I think it is important that the conversation is about what he is doing to the American people and the lies that he is telling. And whether we're boycotting it or whether we're in the chamber, I think that is the most important thing. Let's not let him get away with, just going up there and saying things that are completely not true, while he has done absolutely nothing, Simone, to actually lower the costs for working people across this country. He has
the eggs
done
are still high.
Nothing. Yes,
the price of eggs are still high. Can I ask you, Congresswoman, before I lose you, speaking of doing something for the American people and things that directly affect them, Social Security has not missed a payment in decades, and now you have former Governor Martin O'Malley, also the former Commissioner Administrator of the Social Security Administration, saying that next month the checks might not come through. Is this threat to Social Security real, and what should people at home know?
It is absolutely real. Republicans have said they want to cut Social Security, and they're going to do it in all kinds of ways. They're going to try to make you think it's about waste, fraud, and abuse. But let me tell you, if they fire over 1,000 Social Security workers, people are not going to get their checks. As it is, our office gets calls all the time from people because there aren't enough operators, there aren't enough workers at Social Security. Republicans have managed to continue to strip away at the most popular program that Americans love. And so this is another way for them to destroy Social Security. And the impact is going to be, you're not going to get your Social Security check on time. You are going to have to spend even more time than you already do trying to find out what is going on and how you're going to make housing price, make your rental payment for that month if you don't get your Social Security check. So people are going to feel the effects of this, and this is exactly what's happening with Medicaid right now as well. It's also what's going to happen with Medicare. They are decimating and stealing from people on the programs and services that people rely on across this country. And they are using it to pay for tax breaks for billionaires. That is not right, and we're not going to stand for it.
All right, we'll leave it there. Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal, thank you. You can feel free to text me and let me know if you end up deciding what you're going to do.
I'll let you know.
Appreciate your time.